What's up YouTube, JR Flagman here, and today we got a quick how-to video. I'm going to be showing you guys how to install an oil pressure gauge into my 1981 Chevrolet Camaro. So over here we've got an oil pressure gauge, and we got the nylon line and the fittings, and then we also have the other fitting is going to assist us in hooking up to the back of the gauge there. So let's get started. So one of the first things we need to do is we need to locate where exactly this oil pressure sending unit is going to be mounted. And I don't know if we can see it from this angle, but it should be right in here. So let's get a good view. I think you can see that in there. So before I thread the wider end of this fitting into the block, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the nylon line, and it's already got the nut and the compression sleeve on it. I'm just going to get that hand tight on here, and this will just make it a little bit easier once I get this threaded into the block. And this next step I'm going to do, I can't really show you guys because it's such a tight space, but that hole that I showed you, we're just going to reach down with our line and fitting, and we're just going to thread right into that hole that I pointed out to you beforehand. And now that we've gone in there, you can see that shiny new fitting sitting right there. I've already gone in with a wrench and tightened it down. And now what I'm going to be doing is on the top nut, right about here, I'm going to be tightening that down about 3/4 to 1 full revolution. I don't want to go too far, because if you go too far, what you're going to do is you're going to end up with a crimped nylon line, and no oil will be able to flow through there. You won't be able to get any reading at all on your gauge. Okay, and now that that compression part is tightened down appropriately, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking the nylon coil there, and I'm running it through. Let's see if you can see this hole. That hole right there, see that light spot? That's the hole in my firewall that I'm going to be running this through. So let's get to it. Okay, and here we are inside. I've got all my line fed through the firewall. It's just tucked up under my pedals here. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to pull this line out. And I'm going to leave the full length of this line because I'm not quite sure where I want my gauges yet. And I can always fix it later if I need to, if I leave myself extra line. Okay, now that we've got our oil line in, what we're going to do is similar to what we did with the engine, putting the compression sleeve together. What we do is we take the nut, we go ahead and we put that onto our line like so. Then we take our compression sleeve, which is this little buddy here, just like that, again onto our line. And the final step of any repair / upgrade is to fire up the vehicle, or whatever you have to do, to make sure that you did it correctly, and that your repair / upgrade, in this case, make sure our gauge is going to give us a reading. Oh, let's try that again. There we go. Much better. So it's a steady 40 psi there, which not too shabby for the condition this vehicle's in. So it seems our gauge has worked, which is good. I didn't really want to diagnose any other problems that would be associated with this. So thanks for sticking around, guys. This has been JR Flagman. Shows you how to install an oil pressure gauge in a small block Chevy engine. Of course, the same steps could be followed to install an oil pressure gauge in pretty much any engine. It's just the location of your sending unit may vary. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.